Hello and welcome to another one of Paul's Beer Reviews. This time I've got an IPA for you. It's a Polish IPA. It's from a brewery called Brokreacja. I'm sorry if my pronunciation is awful, but it's an Imperial IPA and it's called The Fighter. Look at that for some artwork. This bad boy is coming in at 8.9% ABV. It's got an IBU level of 120 according to the bottle here. Yeah, Brokreacja, The Fighter. I mean, Brokreacja is my pronunciation. I'm sure someone would love to correct me. If you know, please let me know. But Brokreacja, well, I know. The Fighter, powerfully hopped Imperial IPA with a bright colour and high alcohol content. American hop varieties hit the aroma of resin and citrus. Bitter strokes are reinforced by dry character of beer, but wheat malt provides adequate fullness and smoothness. Ingredients: water, malts. I use pale malts, Munich Type 2, and wheat malts. Hops: Tomahawk, Citra, Simcoe. Yeasts: is Safele, US 05. It's pasteurised and it's unfiltered. So yeah, it's in a 330ml bottle. There is the bottle cap. I mean, the logo is the light bulb. Very nice. So let's get this Imperial IPA out into a glass and see what we get. Okay, this one I think is going to be a lively one. Taking no chances with that. Got that cap off quickly into a glass, and wow. I'm not messing around. I'm going to get the whole lot in there. I know like some people like to keep a bit in the bottom of the bottle. It says it's unfiltered, but I want all of it in there. I want all the goodness in my beer. Thank you very much. I will leave that there so we can see it. The Fighter. Look at the colour of that. That is a quite a dark orange, really hazy as you'd expect looking IPA. Big head on it, just over 1.5 maybe. Slightly off-white, fluffy head on that. That is a really good looking beer. And I'll just wriggling that around a glass. You can see a bit of elation on the glass there. Let's get an aroma on this Imperial IPA, shall we? Okay. Quite sweet, fruity aroma. And the smell that's jumping out at me straight away is rhubarb, which isn't something I think I've said very often when reviewing these beers. Very sweet. Rhubarb, strawberry, raspberry, maybe a bit of blackberry in there. Maybe a little bit of cherry as well. Does smell very sweet, kind of more darker fruits. Berries. Does smell good. Got froth on my nose. I got right into that one. Okay, I'm getting lots of fruit, but not a lot else on that. Look at the colour of that. That's a stunning looking IPA, that. Okay, so this is an 8.9%. The IBU level was 120. So I am expecting a hell of a flavour. So let's get stuck in, guys. Cheers. God, bugger me. I know they call it the Fighter, now I know why. I feel like someone's just punched me in the mouth. Shit. Okay. Not sure where to start with this one. It's a sipper. Okay, that dark fruit I mentioned on the nose, you're getting that in the taste. Strawberry, blackberry, a little bit of cherry in the flavour. Oh my word. It's really, really quite sweet when it first hits your tongue. Has a nice wheaty kind of mouthfeel, almost creamy. Very smooth, easy drinking in that sense, in the mouthfeel. But my word, you kind of swirl that round your mouth. The bitterness of the hops. Oh, that's mental. That is mental. That has got to be right up there in terms of the hoppiest beers I've ever had. That is bitter. That is really, really bitter. And it's a long taste. My mouth right now is just I can feel it tingling all around your mouth. Whew. I'm a little bit lost for words. I knew it would be an interesting one. You know, it's 8.9%. It's really boozy as well. Just make a note. Really boozy, this one. Excuse me. It's beautifully made. It tastes very clean. It's very smooth. It's actually quite refreshing initially when it first hits your tongue. But, oh, blimey. I mean, still, that hoppiness, the top of my mouth, back of my tongue is there. And I haven't had a swig now for about a minute. That is a long, hoppy taste of a beer. It says it's got Tomahawk, Citra, Simcoe hops in it. 8.9. It's really boozy. You're really getting a proper shot of booze at the end of it. Like I say, it's a fighter. It's beating the crap out of my mouth. Berries, fresh berries. Maybe bits of fig in there as well. Dark fruit, figs. But blackberry, raspberry, strawberry. It's got a berry sweetness to it. Quite a thin. I feel like I'm contradicting myself. I feel like this beer is developing in the glass. Every time I get another taste of it. I mean, look at the colour of it. There's so much going on in there. You just tell by the look of it. It's absolute nightmare for a beer reviewer. Trying to review the bloody thing. Okay. You're getting that fresh fruit, sweet berry fruit. There is a yeasty nature to it that makes it quite smooth drinking. But it's very smooth. It's lovely in the sense that it's smooth. It goes down really nicely. But my word, when those hops come in, that kicks your ass. That's mental stuff. Mental. Fruit. Smooth, almost creamy mouthfeel. Those hops come in straight away and they just take over your mouth. Still taste it. Really bitter. Really bitter. Fullness, smoothness. Bitter strokes are reinforced by dry character. Yeah, it is quite dry with that bitterness. It has a very dry kind of back of palate taste to it. It's an experience, this one. It certainly is. It really, really is an experience. I'm not sure if I like it. I think it might be a bit too much for me in terms of the bitterness. It's not unpleasant, but it's well worth doing as an experience for something a bit different, something you're not used to. Well worth doing. I'm not sure I would drink it again though. Even if someone offered it to me, I don't think I would say, yeah, I'll have that. It's very well made, really well made. It's a hell of a beer. I think it's just a bit too bitter for me. Just a bit too, there's a bit too much in the way of hops and bitterness on the back end. It is raw. It is a brutal beer. They've left everything in there. It's all unfiltered. It's unpasteurised and all that. You know, it's there's no messing about with this one. I respect that. I like that. It is a proper impact beer, this one. It really is. Really nice fruity taste initially. Nice smooth mouthfeel. And then bang, those hops come in. Like a fighter. It's bang, bang, bang. Banging the crap out of my tongue at the moment. That really is bitter. Obscenely bitter. That is crazy. Because it's too bitter for my liking, it's hard for me to give it a good score. Because essentially these ratings are my opinion. Other people will drink this and think that this is amazing. I'm sure they will. What I will say is brilliantly made. It's got a lovely mouthfeel to it, a lovely fresh fruitiness to it when it first hits your tongue. But that bitterness is just a bit too overpowering. I feel as though the flavour is developing with every sip, or every swig should I say. The flavour feels like it's changing. A bit like a barley wine, where if you keep it in a glass for a little while, it almost changes, kind of takes to its surroundings and develops slightly. I feel like this one might be doing the same thing. So I will probably leave this for a little while and come back to it. But going on what I've had so far, lovely beer. It's just not for me. It's just a bit too bitter for my liking. I'm going to give it a score. And I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Like I say, the production quality is superb. Spot on. Just not to my taste. I'm not, obviously, perhaps the Imperial IPA is just something maybe I should avoid. But that's a hell of a beer. That's an experience. So 7 out of 10 for the Fighter from Polish brewery Brokreacja. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Let me know if you've had this one. Give the video a big fat thumbs up, please. I do appreciate it. Leave your comments below. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Cheers, guys.